When approaching nightclubs for shows, your best chance of actually getting a show is if the people booking the entertainment know you or they know of you. Now, this most likely means that you have a strong presence not only online, but that you also attend events regularly and the people running the events have seen you around. Let's face it, if you want to be a club DJ, it's probably best to immerse yourself in the culture and go clubbing as often as you can. Then when you're at the event, support the other DJs, get to know the promoters and find out who is the best person to talk to about getting shows. This means when you approach the promoter for a show, you can talk honestly about their event and what you feel you can contribute. Now, once you know who to contact, or you have even searched online and found out who runs the event and who is the best person to talk to about getting shows, I would most likely email them or send them a Facebook message. In this video, I'm going to give you the tools needed to be the one person in 100 that gets the show, and I'm going to explain why 99% of DJs that apply for shows get ignored. Now, I've run nightclubs my whole adult life, and in that time I've received thousands of applications from DJs wanting shows, and I would say they all say the exact same thing. They tell you about their experience, they give you a link to their mix, and they even express an interest to play. But where they all go wrong is they fail to even mention anything about the event that they wish to play at. Now, here's the thing, if someone has approached me wanting a show and they fail to talk about my party, I'm going to assume that they've never been to my event before, and for all I know, they have sent this exact same message to dozens of other promoters. This means they're asking me to give a complete stranger that cares nothing about my event and knows nothing about the culture at our parties an opportunity. And the fact is, if you don't talk about the event that you want to play at passionately, showing that you share common interests, your application to play is going to get ignored. So when you approach a venue to play, instead of making it all about you, I suggest that you make it more about them. By acknowledging and speaking about their event passionately, you're most likely talking about their favorite subject, as in my experience, promoters are usually emotionally invested in their event. It's the equivalent of talking to a parent about their newborn child. It's the center of their world. But here's the thing, talking about them and their event, although a good start, may not be enough. Once you've opened with something about them, showing you're a fan and a supporter of their work, I would do your best to make it irresistible for them to book you by talking about what you can do for them. Before I talk about what you can do for them, let's talk a little bit about who they are. The chances are the people booking the entertainment do not own the venue. This means they're either employed by the venue to book the entertainment on their behalf, or more commonly, they're a door promoter. Now, door promoters are responsible for promoting the event and booking the entertainment, and in return, they usually get the money made from door sales, and the venue get all the money made from bar sales. Now, everything's great as long as the promoter is succeeding in getting good numbers through the door. But as soon as the promoter has a small night, the venue is on them. They apply pressure, possibly threatening to take away the event for good. Now, remember, the promoters are probably emotionally invested in their event, and the last thing they want to do is lose their party. So they're going to do whatever it takes to keep it open. Now, the promoters with bigger budgets can probably afford to throw thousands of dollars at big DJs with the hope of attracting big crowds to the club. But what happens if they spend thousands of dollars on a big act and perhaps it's a quiet night anyway? This means the promoter loses money on the event, and they may be reluctant to risk losing big money again, and instead lots of promoters are opting to work with local DJs. Now, this literally means there are loads of opportunities for DJs, but promoters are not only looking for DJs that are talented, but also DJs that have big fan bases, as let's face it, if you can get people to the club, you're helping the promoter to achieve their goals. And if you can help them to achieve their goals, they're probably more likely going to work with you to help you to achieve yours. So in short, when approaching a promoter to play, after acknowledging what they do and speaking to them passionately about their event, I would express that you understand the importance of promotion. You have a large following, and given the opportunity to play, you feel you can introduce loads of new people to the party, and you are certain that they're not going to regret giving you a chance. Now, if you go in and start saying words like promotion and introducing new people to the event, you're now talking about their goals. And instead of being the average DJ that goes in going me, and talking about their own goals and asking for a show, you're now taking an interest in what they do. And by expressing that you understand how things work, they're going to pick you over the average DJ every single time. In short, the secret to abundance is to turn it around from what you can get to what you can give, and venue bookers are going to respond well to that. Now, taking a genuine interest in their event and focusing on what you can do for them is definitely going to increase your chances of them giving you a chance. But repeat shows is going to come down to how much atmosphere you can create when you play. If you're interested in playing in clubs, you should 100% check out the Club Pack bonus section in my online course. I've included the link below. Anyway, thanks for watching. Subscribe now. See you in the next video.